Hi, Hans here with Listings Magic, and this video is going to show you a new tool that we just released that is geared towards showing buyers that buying versus renting is still a better decision, and I'll show you how this tool works. I'm assuming that many of you have buyers that are telling you that they're holding off because they're concerned about the interest rates, that they've gone up and they want to wait, or they're just they're stuck. We know that the news is great at spreading fear, uncertainty, and doubt, but this tool is going to, with hard numbers, show them that it's still better to buy even today at higher interest rates than it is to rent, specifically over a 10-year period. This is a tool that I saw delivered in a class a few months ago, and I decided that it was powerful enough that I wanted to put it into digital form. So let me show you how it works and where you find it. So in your account, you hover over the account dashboard or click on the account dashboard, and you will see the new branded buy versus rent tool. And it's very simple. That's what I like about it a lot. It's very simple and easy to use and to understand. So it's got your branding. That'll be your photo and your logo. But you're going to simply put in a monthly rental amount, what they're either paying or what they would pay. And we're going to talk about that rent increases. This is something that a lot of people fail to recognize, is that rent year over year has increased, and there's historical data that shows that it increases since 1980, 8.5% per year on average. We're using a conservative 5%. And now what are we going to look at for a purchase price for a home? I don't know, let's put in 750,000 just to use a number. And then we're going to talk about home appreciation. So we all know that that's a compelling story, that your home is going to appreciate over time, and we're using a conservative 4% year over year. And so now the final part here is you're going to put in your down payment amount. We're going to default that to 10%, and let's put in a scary interest rate of 8.5%. And so now we're going to talk about what your mortgage payment is going to be. It's going to be about $5,200. And once you click on OK, now we're going to go past these numbers here and get to the bottom line here, and the powerful numbers that you're going to be able to show your buyers that over a 10-year period. And why 10 years? I think the main reason is because we'd all get our head around 10 years. 10 years is a number that we can kind of realistically think that I might live in a house for 10 years. It's, we have a 10-year reunion for high schools. 30 years is just a little bit too big of a picture. So 10 years is what we're using. And when you look here, you'll see that renting is going to cost you about $450,000 over those 10 years, versus owning is going to cost you about $185,000. A significant difference between those two numbers. And we need to put a difference here to show you what that cost differential is, and we'll add that in here. It'll probably be there by the time you guys see this. And how do we get to those numbers? Let's kind of talk through the graphs. And this is something that I recommend, by the way, that you do with your buyers. Don't just send this to them. You want to walk them through these numbers and make sure that they understand, what's going on. But as you can see here, this first chart is your mortgage versus rent. Obviously there's a significant difference between these two that you'll need to manage. Maybe they need to change their purchase price amount. But bottom line is over time, that rental amount is going to approach the mortgage payment. The mortgage payment stays fixed the entire time, whereas the rent does not. So that's the first story. The next story is the home appreciation. Obviously, year one, it was 750. If it's going at that 4% year over year increase amount, which again is conservative, you're looking at $1 million home after 10 years. And there's no guarantee on these numbers. We all know that, but historically this data holds true. And then finally, the other compelling component to this is, what is happening with your mortgage? Well, you're paying your mortgage debt down over time. You're owing less to the bank over time. First year, it's less because that you're paying more towards interest, but over time, that final year, you're paying over $10,000 each year towards reducing that amount that you owe to the bank. So all of those are factors in coming up with the final data here that shows that over time, your cost of living renting is significantly more than it would be had you owned your home. So let us know what you think. I would love some feedback from you guys. Again, showing you where you get it. You're going to go to account dashboard, branded versus buy versus rent tool, and plug in some numbers. And again, send it over to your sellers or to your buyers that are sitting on the fence saying, it's not the right time to buy, to show them that, it actually is the right time, even at higher interest rates. All right, let us know what you think. Thanks.